Rush Tweet Said.
So today we're going to talk about
Chapters.
Chapter books.
Like life chapters, not books.
I could talk about
yeah.
book chapters. I've written several.
I guess we could talk about those chapters too. It ties in. But we're talking about that because, unfortunately, we have a little bit of bad news for our listeners.
Or good news, depending on if you hate me.
Why'd you tell them, Jeremy?
Well, the first time I went to Japan, there was a song on the radio. It was pretty...
Ironic?
No, what's the opposite of that? Appropriate.
Not ironic.
Appropriate.
Appropriate. I feel like there's a... It was I'm leaving on a jet plane, which I will not sing for you now.
I got you.
They sang that song to us when I went on my first cruise when we were leaving.
See, that's ironic.
Yeah. Except for I did think they changed the lyrics to cruise ship or something like that. No, maybe it was because we were getting off of the cruise, so it must have been a jet plane still.
Or was it?
Because we had to fly home.
But how did they know?
I guess they didn't. They just assumed that most people were probably going to fly home.
I guess.
Couldn't you have just taken a cruise from your hometown?
God damn it. Will you tell us why we're going to be upset, Jeremy?
Oh,
I mean, it's kind of landlocked hometown, you know? I mean,
For those of you who didn't catch it, Jeremy's leaving. He's moving away on a jet plane.
But hold on. How many months from 5?
Yeah, we're still going to get in. We're still going to
at
get
least 9 to 10 more episodes, depending on Christmas breaks.
We're still going to get in some episodes, and we may still try and do the show with Jeremy in Japan.
sure.
Yeah. Which will be kind of interesting.
Possible.
But part of the reason he's leaving is because everything's a shit show right now.
I guess I'll talk about the impetus for this decision, which was the day that we unexpectedly bombed Iran. And I watched the news probably too much. According to the guy who I listened to, I consume more news than like 90% of Americans, maybe more.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like political news. Like he says every once in a while, his name is Sagar. He's like, people listen to the show. They're listening to more politics than like almost everybody. So, and that tracks.
To be fair, it's partially my fault, I think, because there was a period where Jeremy stopped listening to the news and just stepped away. And I told him he was starting to get boring for the podcast. I was like, you're not having any information, bud. Got him back on the news train, and then now he's out.
So it is your fault.
Yeah.
I had 1 week of peace.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I probably wouldn't have lasted.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to
in this
the
day
content.
and age.
Yeah.
Well, Jeremy was like, part of the reason was you had mentioned shootings, like the school shootings, right? Like, 'cause we all have kids. That's kind of how we met.
Mm-hmm.
And, I was like, yeah, it's pretty bad, but whatever. And then today, here we go. We have two shootings going on that happened.
So this is going to date this episode.
Yeah.
We've got the Charlie Kirk shooting. We've got
Assassination. I
the
think
assassination. Yeah, at this point. Yeah. He's officially
And some school
with us
shooting in
anymore.
Colorado.
Evergreen.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Some high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 kids.
It's
Killed.
sad. It's
And,
sad.
And the girl, there's 2 shootings and a knifing.
Oh, yeah.
The stabbing was a while ago.
Was it? I think it
Was it?
happened.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I thought it happened pretty recently.
Yeah, I mean, a while ago being like
Like
a
a
week
couple
ago.
days.
Like,
Mm.
yeah. I mean,
it like blew up in the news for me today. But maybe it's because my phone heard my coworker talking about it.
I don't know. I just feel, and I had mentioned this in like a post earlier, that I feel like our country is currently very, very sick from like all directions. And we just like, everybody just needs to take a step back
Yeah.
and take a look at ourselves and like figure out how to fucking heal our country from like all angles. Cause it's really sad that just everybody is turned against each other right now. The fucking news and the politics and everything is like turning brothers and sisters against each other, And I mean, like quite literally family members are being turned against each other because of politics and just the wild shit that's just constantly, it's just nonstop going on. And we need to figure something out
Yeah.
because we're making Jeremy leave the country. So,
I mean, there's more factors than that.
No, I know.
It's partially like financial.
yeah. Well, that's another thing.
and dreams.
when you go back, are you going back on a visa or are you going back for citizenship? How is that going to work?
I'm definitely not going to get citizenship. I think the American passport is much too valuable. But basically, so my wife is Japanese, for those who don't know. And I met her there. I lived there for 6 years when I was teaching. And then briefly when I was not teaching and miserable and unemployed, but also kind of happy not to be teaching anymore. Came back in 2018, and then I've had a number of jobs. I am going to get a spousal visa, but if you live there for 5 years, and we'll see what happens. But if you live there for 5 years consecutively, regardless of what visa you're on, you can apply for. Maybe it's not regardless. Maybe it is. I can't remember.
I was actually looking it up today, and it seems like a lot of countries are like 5 years you can apply for a permanent residence.
Yeah.
If you've like lived there and like shown that you've been contributing and
Mhm.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, my friend, we were wondering how he stayed, because normally, if you are not Japanese and you live there, you have to work. I mean, basically, if you meet a foreigner who lives in Japan, it's like 90% chance it's either going to be a U.S. military member or an English teacher, ESL. But my friend came originally as like an English teacher, but then after like 3-4 years, he ended up working at like a real estate company, and like other companies can sponsor you, I guess. But it was weird, like he stayed, and now he's like left that job and he's working for himself, and but he was able to stay on a like a heritage visa because his grandma is Japanese. So if you have like a quarter Japanese blood, I think that maths out right, then you can apply. And apparently there's lots of Brazilians, like Brazilians who are like part Japanese, which explains jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah.
BJJ, right?
That makes sense. Never even thought about that.
Yeah.
It's interesting to think about. Obviously I got super bummed out when I heard he was going to leave, because Jeremy was like my first real friend here. And
Assuming I'm real.
Yeah, that's true. That's a whole nother conversation. That's a Daniel conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like I spent like years living here. I moved from Northern California to Southern California, and then I worked from home, and like I just didn't have any friends other than like my wife's work friends, which are great. They're all nice people.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed hanging out with them, but they weren't friends that I had like made on my own. I kind of felt like I was intruding onto my wife's work territory or whatever. And so I had spent years kind of being like depressed about like not having any friends and whatever. And then I went out of my way to just kind of like force myself to make it happen. And that's how I met Jeremy. And then, I've had experiences like this in the past too. Cause like, it's funny, cause earlier you said, oh, we're breaking up the band, or one of you guys did. And for those of you listening, like I am a musician, and I've been in several bands in the past,
And they all broke up.
And it's kind of like a similar thing, right? Like you work your ass off on something, and you work with a group of people to achieve something, to bring something to life. And then it literally just takes, one little thing for everything to kind of like fall apart, or not even fall apart, to just like change. And like it's interesting to think about. You have these whole periods in your life which seem like that's your whole life.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow it changes, and sometimes those things feel like they never happened before. Like I lived with a girl for like 4 years, like long before I met my wife. It was like not my first girlfriend, but I was like in my early, I think it was like 19 or something like that. And I lived with her for like 4 years. Right. And then I lived in this house that same house after her and I broke up. I was there for like 8 years, and it seemed like all these things were like super important. I was like focusing on my band at the time, and it was like, oh, we need to be a touring band, and we need to make money doing this and whatever. And it just, everything seems so important. And I try and think about it now, and it seems like a dream. Like it never existed, because I'm in this completely new chapter in my life where I'm engulfed with like other things around me.
Sure.
I feel like it can be refreshing, because you realize, like, it also, it shows you that, if you're unhappy with some aspect of your life, like the chances are it's going to change, you know?
Yeah, that's true too. And even if you are happy with something in your life, just because it changes, that
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily always mean it's a bad thing, right? Like
Mhm.
obviously, and it's interesting too, because for me and you, it's two different perspectives. Like you
Yeah.
have an exciting aspect of it. Like you may or may not be bummed about leaving, but like you have an exciting aspect of it because you're going to be starting a whole new life in a whole new country again, and like potentially owning your own house and whatever. For me, there's no exciting aspect of it. Like, oh fuck, my friend's gone.
Yeah.
You know,
No, there's one silver lining of this,
Sure.
right? Like we now have somebody to go and visit in Japan if we
yeah,
wanted to go
absolutely.
to a Japan
That's,
trip.
my wife had mentioned that.
That's the one thing she'll be excited about.
Yeah. Well, she's been to Japan before and she loved it out there. She wouldn't move there though.
Yeah. Reason
She doesn't speak Japanese.
most people don't.
Well, for her, like also for like work, you
Yeah.
know, she's like, well, if we're ever going to move out of the country, we would have to move somewhere where she speaks Spanish also. So
Mm.
she's like, where people either speak English or Spanish,
Yeah.
because otherwise it's going to be impossible to work.
You're gonna have to learn Spanish.
Yeah. I mean, I know some, not enough to like really,
Hola.
really get by, but
Yeah, I tried that for a while. If you don't surround yourself with it,
Yeah,
it
you
just
have
goes
to.
out, man.
yeah.
Even if you do, like learning, like I would consider myself like semi-fluent in Japanese, but like I can't like read a newspaper like without a dictionary, you know?
Mm.
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
It's hard.
See, so
Um,
my wife can though, but like, and she wasn't born speaking Spanish. I mean, it was something, I mean, I think she learned at an early age and it wasn't perfect until she actually moved to Puerto Rico
Yeah.
and she lived there for like, I can't remember if it was 4 or 6 years, but it was like a good amount of time. And so she was completely engulfed, surrounded by everybody
Yeah.
speaking Spanish. And so she was forced to do it. And then she says she's not fluent now, but like she could pick up a newspaper and read. She could watch a movie. She could have a conversation with somebody without it being like an awkward thing,
Yeah.
you know?
I think, I mean, relatively speaking, it's probably easier to go from speaking English and pick up Spanish and read Spanish than it is to read Japanese.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and Japanese, I'm pretty sure it's the only language in its family, which is interesting. Like it has like, there's definitely, maybe I'm talking out of my ass because there's definitely crossover between Japanese and Korean and Japanese and Chinese. But I feel like it's like one of the rarely like unique languages. Like it's very sort of isolated linguistically and obviously not related at all to English. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Latin.
yeah, I, told myself I should learn like a Latin language. Obviously Spanish would be like the most logical, but
Yeah.
who's logical?
We all know Jeremy's not logical.
Yeah, probably learn. Well, I was almost convinced by the Matrix to learn French.
I feel like there's really no point learning a language unless it's something you know you're going to use regularly.
I tried to learn Welsh.
Exactly.
Yeah, Duolingo is not. It's not
I'm gonna
enough.
have to try and learn Gaelic or something because I was looking at Ireland last night.
Yeah,
They speak English out there though, enough for like I feel like I could go to Ireland and not feel completely out of place. I've been there. Huh?
Ishkabaha.
I don't even know what that is.
It's the water of life.
Shish kebab. I
It's
gotcha.
whiskey.
I tried to learn like programming languages until you guys were like, why? Just freaking have AI do it.
Well, that's another thing too, right? Like how long till technology gets to a place where we don't even really need to learn the language, because we'll have some device that just translates automatically for us.
Well, I mean, I saw a thing the other day, right? Like AirPods finally came out with like a live translation,
The Babelfish.
kind of Babelfish kind of thing. I mean,
Mhm.
Google's had it for the longest time. It's a little iffy
Yeah.
on its functionality, but I mean, to your point, there will come a time where it's just like live translation, as long as
Yeah.
that person also has it.
And like before I used to think, oh, that's going to be lame because, it's going to be like, oh, hello, Jeremy. How are you doing today? Like super lame
Yeah.
and robotic. But now the
Hola,
voice,
Jeremy.
yeah. But now the voices are getting more natural and sounding like actual humans.
Yeah, I confronted Chat the other day. I was like, Chat, are you simulating intakes of breaths and pauses and ums?
Yeah.
I've updated my voice model. Do you like it?
Oh, wow.
Wait,
that-
ChatGPT talks to you?
He uses the vocal one.
I
remember?
use the vocal one, yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
What you should learn?
Gibberlink. Yeah.
Gibberlink.
Oh, Gibberlink.
We need to put a coin in the jar for every time we mention Gibberlink on this show.
We'd have 3 coins.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
But seriously, if you could speak Gibberlink, you'd be so efficient.
Sure. Maybe that will be the next chapter of my life is
Yeah.
learning Gibberlink in order to survive.
What's a chapter change in your life that stands out to you?
That's a great question. I think the most recent chapter change has just been working from home. I mean, it was definitely going from not having kids to having kids, but I was still working remote, like at a factory. But working from home is definitely a different chapter in my life. And I was literally like reflecting on that today as I'm picking up my kids from school. Like, again, just appreciating the moment, appreciating the fact that it's probably not going to be forever, right? This is not, eventually I'm going to have to go back to some type of office job. But for right now, I have this wonderful situation where I get to work from home.
See, I kind of like what Jeremy mentioned because I hadn't thought about that. Like, obviously it's good in a positive way to like be like, I think we should live every day that way, which a lot of us are bad at it, being like, hey, we need to appreciate this moment because it's not going to last forever. But on the opposite end of the spectrum, it is interesting to think about people who are in bad situations. And it's just like God forbid somebody goes and, ends themselves or something, right? But like, if you just take a moment to be like, hey, this probably isn't going to be forever.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that gets you through some of the darker days, understanding that this too shall pass kind of thing. But
I mean, from my experience, like if you're in the spot where you're thinking like, I sure fucking hope this isn't forever, then you are in the spot where you should be thinking about what your next chapter is going to be. Because in my case, like I've had a couple like major chapters, major shifts, and pretty much everyone has been like, fuck, what am I doing next? I need to make a big move. I mean, I was thinking about change. I've been thinking about it a lot lately, which I think is part of the reason why it felt like a good idea. Like, I know you give me shit for being so negative, but I would just like stew on like dissatisfaction, I'll just like sit there thinking about how like frustrated I am, like just not in a place where I want to be. And recently, and I've talked about them before, like I've discovered some people online who live like quote unquote alternative lifestyles, and just like reading about their experiences like felt really.
You're not talking about like,
I'm not talking about moving on to a boat.
I thought you were talking about like wife swapping.
Wives?
You said
Where did you
alternative.
get that
You said
from?
alternative lifestyles.
oh, okay.
Well, it depends on who
He's for those of you who are thinking the same thing. He's talking about people living in a van
or boat.
or a boat. My neighbor literally just sold her house and is going to live on a boat.
See,
Yeah,
it's a thing.
International waters, buddy.
yeah,
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
yeah.
Pirate Radio.
What was that zombie? It was originally a book. Then Brad Pitt made a movie about it.
World War
Z.
World War Z. The book totally different from the movie, but the book is like if you want to survive the zombie apocalypse,
I've always said
get a
that.
boat.
Zombies
Go on a
don't
boat.
float.
Yeah.
Just don't drop your anchor.
The problem is water. Then it needs to be like Kevin Costner's Waterworld, and you need to figure out how to change your pee into water.
Sure. I mean,
Food you could figure out.
NASA
Fish.
does it. Can't be that hard.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hold on.
Lots of the guys on boats are rocket scientists.
Don't drop your anchor. Are these zombies walking underwater?
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
drop your anchor. But if you're in the middle of the ocean, you can't drop your anchor anyways.
True.
I
You'd
feel
have
like
to be close to shore to be able to do
the
that.
zombies will be eaten by stuff if
Is
they
it
go
in-
deep in the ocean.
It's possible, but then the sharks turn into zombies.
But you would think like they're not going to eat rotten flesh, right?
Sharks?
Sure.
Every whale fall is a feast for the ocean floor.
Oh,
Excuse
shit.
me.
But that's fresh meat. I don't know, man. That's just what World War Z
Well, hold on.
instructed me to do.
So they
All right?
can they don't float.
Wait, we talk about whales or zombies?
Zombies.
First of all,
They'd sink.
they
They're
see.
like waterlogged.
First of all, they're idiots. What are the odds that a zombie like walking around on the ocean floor miraculously survived like 30 miles from land?
Look at this chain. I'm going to climb
Hey,
up
man,
it.
play Minecraft. They're down there.
That tracks.
They're down.
There's
Like-
zombies in the sea.
Yeah. I
Minecraft?
was playing with my son one day and I'm like, no, I think my brother. I was playing with my little brother and I'm like on this boat and just paddling along. Oh, look at this beautiful sunset. Quack, quack. What the fuck is smacking the shit out of me right now? And there's a little zombie underneath me.
I think those are like the mermen.
No, I think it was some zombie.
Zombie. All right.
It's
All
a
right.
bird
Maybe
zombie.
I don't know. I'm not that like
Did you check it for legs?
versed in Minecraft.
I got like
no,
speared to
I
death
fucking
by something.
bolted, dude. If you played Minecraft at all, you don't want to lose your items.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
True that.
I've played some
Survival
other
mode all
games.
the way.
Yeah.
When I was in my EverQuest days, there was a place called the Oasis of Mar, and it was like a big deserty area, but there was a oasis
Of Mar.
of Mar. Mar is a god, by the way.
Mar or Omar?
Mar,
Mar.
Marr,
Okay, okay.
two R's.
Okay.
And in the waters off the shore were all these crocodiles. You could fight the crocodiles. They were very tough, but there was one particular crocodile that was very big, and his name was Lockjaw, and he would
Sounds
fuck
mean.
you right up.
But if he's
Oh,
if he's got lockjaw, he can't bite you though.
Well, he doesn't have the condition.
Oh,
Yeah.
he would bite you. and
He
then
would
his
just
jaw was
lock
like-
you
yeah,
up in
gotcha.
his jaw.
You know, that's another chapter of my life that I thought would never go away.
Lockjaw,
I used to play video games all the time.
same.
And we've talked about this before, right? But I remember very specifically telling myself,
I'm never going out of this.
I'm never going to grow out of video games, right? And like mentally, I don't want to grow out of video games.
Yeah.
But I'm just at a point in my life where I just like can't find the time to sit and play them the way that I would like to. And even when I do, like we've talked about, I feel
Guilty.
guilty for playing them.
For sure. Yeah, there's a lot of guilt lately in video game world.
I was telling somebody about your video game habits, and they said, "Don't feel bad, enjoy your life."
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, YOLO. But I also want to just correct a couple episodes ago. I said like I play 4 hours of video games a day. In retrospect and thinking about it,
It's probably 5.
it's probably like maybe 2 max.
You know
if
what though?
averaged
Usually,
it
like it's
out.
if when you ask somebody how many beers a day they have, they'll be like, "Yeah, I have like 2 beers a day," which means they have 4 beers a day.
No, yeah, but I was trying to boast. I was like, oh yeah, I play a lot of video games. But I am excited for Battlefield coming out.
Oh.
Battlefield
Battlefield
6. My buddies and I like the thing that I miss about video games is just the camaraderie and like hanging out,
Oh my god!
playing games.
So I literally said this to my wife last night, bitching to her about Jeremy
Are
leaving.
we best friends?
Are we? Yes.
No, because she was like, "Well, you know, you guys could do the podcast. You guys can do it while he's in Japan, and like he can, you know, be online or whatever." I was like, "Yeah, we could do that, and like we'll probably try to do that." But also, fuck that. I was like, that sucks because that we've talked about video games before, where the thing that sucks about video games now is couch co-op used to be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
You would get friends together. Another chapter of my life. You would get friends together, and you would sit on the couch together, and there's an energy in the room when you have humans next to humans being humans.
Here's what we do.
Right? Hold on. And now everybody's on the fucking internet
That's
and we're
true.
playing online and there's no real connection there. Like it's not the same vibe.
Yeah.
It's still fun, but
Sure.
it's not as fun as it was when it was humans with humans, like in person, in the same room. Go ahead, Jeremy.
I'm gonna have a lot of free time.
Okay. So you're going to
if
fly
my
back.
my plans go according to plan.
But what's the time difference there? It's like 10 hours.
I know.
Right?
17.
Yeah.
17.
But at 5 p.m. here, it's like 8 a.m. there. Right.
Okay.
So you can have like a normal evening, and I have a normal morning.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what my friend always calls me. He calls me on my drive home from work. And when daylight savings comes, he's always wrong. He calls me when I'm at work at like 4 p.m. Like, dude, it's not.
They don't do a change of daylight in
No,
Japan?
because they're civilized.
Well,
They also have a sliver.
I think
Is
we
it the
actually-
same time zone in Japan? One time zone?
I think we actually voted to get rid of it here too, but it's just like a long process. Did we not?
Okay. I do believe that
Yeah.
was voted on at some
I
point.
think it
It's
was.
like it's gonna be real hard to
At
move
the
the
same
sun.
point, I just don't care though.
No, I'm gonna have free time. I'm gonna work on my astral projection,
All right. Yeah,
Okay.
and if I could get it down, I'll teach you.
please.
But is that humans with humans in the same room? Maybe astral projection is just like it's like
No, go hang-
it's like spiritual internet.
We'll go hang out on the moon together.
What is your upload speed?
As long as we don't get our souls trapped
Yeah,
in there.
go hang out
I'm
on the
probably
moon.
gonna dial up.
Yeah, that's how they trap your souls on the moon.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're not going to touch on this. If you guys haven't listened to that episode, go listen to the moon as being a soul. What
It's
was
just
it?
a rock
A soul eater.
in there.
I don't think I've heard that one.
vacuum.
Yeah, it's on Y-Files. What's his name? What's the main guy's name?
I forget.
Oh, whatever.
Steve,
Matt,
No,
John,
Joe,
Bob.
Chris.
Luke.
I know the fish is called hecklefish.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
memorable. You sure it's not Matt?
It's not Matt.
How do you guys not know this? You guys have like,
You know, dude, I am really bad with just names in general. So
you gotta
like,
stop telling yourself that.
yeah,
You gotta
I
work
work
on
as
your
a-
internal monologue.
I do need to work on my internal monologue.
Is it
That being
Jamie?
said, what you talked about earlier with the like being negative thing, like, or this too shall pass, whatever, it's also a framing of mind, right?
Yeah.
So you could be miserable or you could be happy in any chapter of your life if you, depending on how you frame it.
Sure.
Well, I like to frame things as badly as possible.
I do too.
I try to frame things positively, but don't get me wrong. There are definitely many days where it's just extremely challenging.
It is challenging, but I feel like it's also because we don't take the time to practice it. And it's like what we've talked about before. If we were to if we took time to step away from the news,
Yeah.
to step away from like the internet in general for a while, sit down, take 10 minutes a day and like meditate or just be in silence or whatever, it might get easier to do that. Maybe like I was telling him when, you know, when he said he was going to move because it's like everything just seems so shitty or whatever. And I was like, you know what? Today I actually had a great day because I didn't touch my phone at all. I didn't go on the internet. I went
Yeah.
on my walk. I didn't listen to a podcast. I didn't listen to the news. I just watched the birds or like listened to the birds, watched the trees, like felt the wind. And like I was in a great mood until I met Jeremy in the evening and he told me he was going to move away.
Feel the rain on your skin. Can you sing the rain on your skin song?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
no, we're just not going to do that.
What were we going to say, Daniel?
You're talking about taking the time to walk around. Like after today's shooting,
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of shooting. Yeah.
was in a big funk,
Yeah.
right? Because I was
was too.
just, again, I don't agree with the guy, but
Yeah. None of us were listeners, but we all took it hard
yeah.
for some weird reason.
And it's just because we understand that this is just fuel on a fire that
It's not even that. I mean, he said none of us are listeners. I actually really didn't know who the guy was. And I went and looked up some of his stuff. And like I said, he was a fucking asshat. He said a
Yeah.
lot of shitty things, but he was a human.
Yeah.
And he had the right to say the things that he wanted to say, even though we didn't fucking agree with him.
yeah, if you don't agree with him, go and like, I think everybody's pissed because he
Go and
just,
protest him.
he was a very good debater,
Yeah.
right? That was what he did. And he,
Well, I mean, some of the things he said was just super
yeah, he was
shitty, too. Yeah.
very right side, right? Like, but
But that doesn't mean,
go beat him at his game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Don't go kill the fucking
Yeah.
guy.
You're stooping below
you-
the level of that by doing that fucking shit. I don't think anybody deserves that. And that's exactly what we need to step away from. I don't care if you're left. I don't care if you're right. I don't care if you're white, black, female, male, gay, transgender, whatever. You don't fucking do that.
It's just sad that that's how people feel like that's the only way they're going to get their voice heard.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Well, I mean, this is what who said the thing? If
What?
you make peaceful change impossible, then you make violent change inevitable, something like that.
I mean, that's what our country was built on,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
The thing is, ostensibly, we have political agency. It's just that like people are very frustrated. Yeah, and
They're frustrated and they're scared.
here's the thing: if I was like a thinking, here's the thing. I think there are two sorts of people who voted for Trump. There's like cynical people, and there's people who are not really paying attention. Right? People like.
I mean,
okay,
they're paying attention.
Okay,
They're just in their bubble.
there maybe there's three.
I mean,
kinds of
we're in a
people.
bubble too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think there's people who are like basically gleefully supporting everything Trump is doing, right? I think there's people who heard Trump's platform, were like, yeah, I'm for that, and voted for him. And I think there's people who are like, Trump is pro-business, Trump is going to do what's good for the stock market. They were also wrong, but and they voted for him for financial reasons. But the thinking people who voted for Trump, who heard his platform and believed him, I think honestly very naively, but if I was them, I would be so fucking pissed right now. If I was a Republican, like a normie Republican who voted for Trump because A, he's wearing a red hat, and B, he promised like all these things. If you listen to like left wing media right now, it is just a firestorm of them playing clips of the things Trump said on the campaign and the things he's doing now, right? There was like a montage today of Trump and like Trump mouthpieces, like, you know, the various media organizations be like, Trump is the candidate for peace. If like JD Vance, if you want peace, vote for Donald Trump. I'm like, guys, this guy is bombing other countries. He's starting, you know, he's funding this war and that war. And like, he hasn't stopped shit.
Are you talking a bit about it in the sense that like he's riling people up to the point that we're doing the shit that happened today?
I'm saying like, we're talking about agency, right? And so like, if you like this process only works. This process only works if politicians actually do the shit that they promise they're going to do, right? Because we live in a representative democracy, which means we don't have direct control over the things that happen in our country. We have indirect control. We vote for people because they espouse policies or political views, ideologies, whatever. They get us excited. They say, I'm going to do this for you if you elect me. We go and elect you, and then you turn a fucking 180, right? And this happens over and over and over, to the point where it's a meme at this, you know.
It is ridiculous. It's just they say what they need to say to get elected, and then they do what the fuck they want.
But what I think the thing that also frustrates me is that people don't see through it.
I feel like I got us really distracted with this.
No.
Like, I was just going to say that I got
I'm right
grumpy
where I wanna
from
be.
I mean, it's
the
not that
shooting, and I went to play some disc golf and cleared my mind. And
It's not a distraction, because if we are staying on the topic of chapters or whatever, our country is in a chapter right now. Our country is in a chapter of darkness.
our country is in a chapter of change for sure.
With Jeremy leaving, like, I understand. I'm upset about it, but I'm kind of just like, I get it.
Yeah.
You know,
Can't hold it against him.
I can, but
Go live
you
your
can't.
go live
Still
your
get it.
life, man. Go have fun.
If it
go
were me, I would.
go survive. Because honestly, I'm concerned for my children. I'm concerned for my son.
Here's the thing too. We like, there's like, I feel like there's a degree of like confirmation bias, because so like, you know, I decided to do this like 2 months ago, and I didn't mention it because I felt bad. But in those 2 months, I've known that I'm leaving, and every time something shit happens, I'm like, this was a good idea.
Making the right decision.
Yeah. It like reinforces it, you know, like there have been like 5 school shootings since I made the decision, which is fucking nuts. And every time I'm like, it's not gonna be my kid.
the school shootings is one of the like, the politics suck, yes, and like maybe you know, we talked about it the night that you told me you were leaving, where like I'm like, you know, I wonder if we've just got in our own head about thinking the country is worse off than it is. Maybe it really is. I don't, you know, who knows? It seems like it is, but the shootings or there's no doubting those are fucking real,
Yeah.
right? And like my wife's good friend is like super conservative, like doesn't use birth control, conservative, and has, you know, is having nonstop babies, and they bought their kids fucking
The bulletproof backpack.
bulletproof backpacks.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what world are we fucking living in where we're giving our 6-year-olds bulletproof backpacks?
Yeah. Not a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, also, what do you do? What do you do about the
And we
whole
talked about
fucking-
this last time. It's like, it's an untenable problem.
Yeah.
Right. There is no solution as far as I can tell.
Yeah, maybe
Like,
better gun control. Like I know people will start, you know, get mad at you about that, but then it's also kind of like, okay, like, well, we have to do a license test every certain amount of years for driving a car. Why do we not have to do it for a fucking gun?
dude,
So
so
it doesn't mean we have to take everybody's guns away.
It's
I was listening to a video on gun violence specifically in Chicago. There was this guy I found, Ben Jordan, I think his name is. He's like an audio guy. He's a musician. But he has ADHD and he does videos on everything. And he did this video on gun violence. The main topic of the video was like AI surveillance and like AI policing and how it doesn't have to be Minority Report, which was what everybody's mind goes to when you mention the topic. And he started the episode with a story about when he was 12 years old growing up in Chicago. And he and his friends went down to the train track just fucking around because they're 12. And they're like, there's like all these like burnt out cars there, and he has a theory that like people like go there to like destroy their cars for like insurance claims. And he and his friends were just out there fucking around, and then they hear like pop, 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 and everybody like is like running basically, and then as he's running, he's like, oh, my leg is warm.
Oh no.
Oh, my leg is really warm. Oh my god, my leg is fucking hot. And he puts his hand down, and he like feels, and his finger goes into the hole. And all his friends fled, right? His friends like bailed on him. They like jumped over a fence and they were gone. And in the moment, he was like mad at them. But then later on, he was like, yeah, I get it. Like, kid gets shot,
What are you
run
supposed
away.
to do? Yeah.
He was like full of adrenaline. So he just like rode his bike to the hospital and they took the bullet out.
Wow.
And now he's 40 something. But
Who's this guy?
Ben Jordan, I think his
Ben
name is.
Jordan. That sounds familiar.
I recommend his channel. He's very interesting. And he was just talking about like can we just have like a fucking common sense like conversation about guns? Like I think somebody at some point proposed a rule. Oh, so first of all, you can't buy guns in Chicago, right? I think something like there's some
Really?
sort of restriction.
I feel like we should Google that, but
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know.
No, just let me talk out of my ass, and people can yell at me.
You can Google it
This is-
yourself.
How do you build a
Well,
comment
just like-
section?
Yeah.
Just say wrong shit on the internet. There is some restriction on buying guns in Chicago. But if you go outside the city like 20 minutes, there's like gun stores. So it's a functionally like non-existent law, right? And then like somebody tried to pass a law where you could only buy one gun a month. Like that seems reasonable. Like
Yeah.
one a month.
But
Yeah.
also, what do you got? Did you Google it?
Yeah, you have to have a license provided by the police in order to buy it.
Oh, so you have to be
Huh.
a like a police officer.
No, you just have to like, it'd be kind of the same way in California. If you want to have a concealed carry, you have to
Oh,
get a sheriff to buy it, like sign off on it.
got it. Okay. But I don't think the solution is how many guns you're going to buy, right? Like I could have 100 guns in my house right now and I'm not going to shoot
You
anybody.
don't have 100 guns in your house
No,
right now?
I have
Are you even
3.
American?
I had 3. The thing is, I feel I would have no problem if they're like, yo, you got to come in for a psych evaluation every 3 years.
Who's going to pay for that?
Well, I mean, I feel like it would cost us less to do that than it would cost us to, do all however much it costs us for all the crime. And then
Let's just not buy, I don't know, 24 Tomahawk missiles, and we could probably fund a year's worth of.
yeah, because judging by the UFO video I saw today,
They're not
they
very
just fucking
effective
bounce
anymore.
off of
I don't
those
think
things.
that was that a
Little orbs.
Tomahawk?
It was a Hellfire.
Hellfire missile. I saw that same video today.
Yeah.
God damn it. We're
It's
on
going
the
around.
same
No, I
railroad.
mean that's all over the internet. Also, aliens, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're real.
I was like, I was talking about this with multiple people today. All the shit that's been going on, and I was just like, honestly, fucking aliens are coming. So I don't know if any of it even matters
Dude,
anymore.
This is sort of a sidebar, and I don't want to ruin the 3
We
body
should just,
problem.
I told you we should don't because I'm gonna start watching it.
But
I know
there are
It's a dark-
aliens in that show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's about
don't spoil it. I'm gonna start watching them shit.
It was a good series.
I know it.
You
I
saw
know
it?
it's about
Yeah.
the dark force like theory.
yeah. So
Yeah.
bad aliens, potential end of the world. That's you can know that, right?
All right.
And
don't spoil it.
I forgot what I was saying because you guys kept yelling at me about spoilers. Something about a Dark Lord at the end of the world.
I mean, I think I need to go read the books because I have so many like, what the fuck did I just see kind of things from that series.
Is
I'm
it
only
worth
on-
watching?
I mean, I did watch the whole thing. It was enjoyable. The
Is it
production
as good as
values-
Nope?
No,
No.
Nope is
No.
fucking dope.
Okay.
Nope was an amazing movie. I wish I seen it
All right.
sooner.
But then you wouldn't have had the enjoyment of seeing it later.
That's true. Yeah. All right. So, what was the chapter before this chapter for each of you?
Well, I moved from Northern California in a house that I lived in for 8 years before I moved out here, and that was like, I don't know. I've actually gone. My chapters are long but short and
Interesting.
a plentiful book. It's a long book. I feel like I'm constantly going through new chapters, right? Like I
Yeah.
feel like it doesn't even need to be like a big life change.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it could be a mental shift,
Okay.
you know?
Sure.
And dude, am I going through mental shifts all the fucking time?
It's menopause.
Well, kids do it too.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably a big chapter is having kids,
Absolutely.
right? I mean, that is a huge
Unavoidable to say
Yeah.
that that's a chapter change in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of it's reassuring that none of us said COVID. Cause like it's not even on the mind anymore. But like imagine like 3 years ago, everyone would have said
It was
COVID.
weird because COVID never felt like a new chapter in
Well,
my
I
life
mean, you
because
live
I
in a
worked
shed.
I worked from home. So I was actually really depressed right before COVID. Like I know I said really depressed. Everybody has different versions of
Yeah.
depression, whatever, right? But like I was
you're bummed.
I was bummed, but it was leaning into depression for sure. Like I started seeing a therapist.
You couldn't do the
because
dishes.
I can, yeah. The dishes were probably like the least of my worries. But once COVID happened, I almost felt a little relieved.
It was like solidarity.
But well, it was solidarity, but I felt less pressure
Yeah.
to like, because
Interesting.
this was before I met you,
Yeah.
right? And so like I was super bummed out all the time because it's like I didn't have any friends in person. If I like my work friends are all in LA, so it's like a fucking without traffic, it's 20 minutes, and with traffic, it's 2 hours.
Yeah.
So usually it's about 2 hours to see anybody.
There's no time where there's no traffic.
Exactly.
Unless you're
That's
going
what I'm
out there at 2 a.m.
yeah, exactly. And so I was starting to like, that was weighing on me like a lot because I'm a pretty social person. When I lived at my hometown, I was literally with friends like at least 6 out of 7 days of the week, you know? And then I came here and I was like, I was with nobody ever other than like my
Wow.
wife, which I love my wife, but you know,
Yeah.
you need,
Yeah.
like men need male friends to hang out with because there's that male camaraderie.
That's why you get a man wife.
But yeah, and then COVID happened and I was like, well, nobody can fucking go anywhere anyway. So
Yeah.
now I can't stress out about trying to figure out how to make friends in the area.
Yeah. That's true.
It's never been a stress in my life.
No
Like, trying to
stress.
find. I mean, it's a bummer. Like I enjoy having you guys as friends. I enjoy going out and having drinks with you, and there's definitely times that I feel lonely. But for the most part, I could sit in a room by myself and be perfectly content.
Yeah, but both of you are very much introverts.
Yeah.
Sure.
And most of my friends that I attract are introverts, and I'm definitely an extrovert.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like an extroverted introvert, I guess. Like I have introverted tendencies,
Sure.
but I need to be around friends. Like it's community. We've talked about community often. I think community is important for like just the human mental health and feeding the soul, you
Yeah.
know?
I recently went on a work trip and I'm sitting in the hotel room and I'm thinking to myself, man, I should be stoked. I'm hanging out by myself and just got that alone time. But I was constantly like just texting people, like reaching out and
What you
trying to
doing?
get that social connection. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? Yeah. I felt lonely in that moment.
Hey, wife. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Right
Wife.
now, and then take that and then like have it be 6 years
Yeah.
where you know nobody, and the only connection you get is through fucking Facebook and your friends like that are, 300
Miles
miles
and
away.
Miles away. Yeah.
This is the exact plot of the Count of Monte Cristo.
They had Facebook.
Well, Facebook was like a crack into the door.
Oh, okay.
So my current job is in an office. I have coworkers, but there are definitely days where I don't talk to anyone, or barely. And those days are definitely longer than the days I do talk to people. My last job, I fucking hated because this is gonna sound racist. They were the racists.
Okay.
So I work for a Chinese company. I mean, many of the people were like American, but my entire department was Chinese women, young Chinese women, which is not the worst, but they were in their own little clique, right? And behind me were the Koreans. It's like an Asian food delivery company, and the whole company was like 90% Asian, maybe 95%, and I was like a very rare spot of white people, and I was also a dude, and I'm also older. I was older than my boss. I was older than my boss's boss. Like,
Wow.
yeah. it's a very young company. Like most of them were in their 20s.
Okay.
The owner was probably in his 30s. I think the oldest guy there was like 50 something, and he was like the CFO.
The way you described it a minute ago reminds me of my uncle was in prison for a while.
Okay.
And he described it the same way. It was like, well, you know, the Chinese hang out with the Chinese and the Mexicans hang out with the Mexicans and the whites hang out with the whites. He's like, we got the Koreans.
But there's
and
only one white.
and the
so-
white ones were always the scariest ones, apparently, because it's like, well, what did you do to get in here? And, and so that adds up, Jamie. You were
It's
the
like-
scariest one. Nobody wanted to talk to you.
Traffic violation, weed,
Yeah.
traffic violation,
Brutally murdered.
brutal
Yeah.
murder. Racial
I'm
profiling is
pretty
not
upset that I just laughed at that.
racial profiling is not funny. Anyway, so yeah, I was like very siloed in that job for a year, and the day they didn't fire me, they like terminated my contract, so they effectively fired me, but they never yelled at me. I was like so happy. I was like, fuck, yes, I'm free. And then, but the job before that, I was working from home, and it started out all right, but by the end I was miserable. I think what made it miserable was the combination of work from home, COVID, no money, and having a kid. It was like that
Yeah.
combination, and no friends around.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where I was at.
Yeah.
We had just had a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was about a year old when COVID happened, but it was like just before that. My wife was going through postpartum depression. I worked from home. Like, my only socialization was like my dogs, you know? So it's like,
Better than a cat.
yeah, it was absolutely better than a cat. I think they're the only reason I'm still here.
My cat just scratches me.
Yeah, fuck cats.
Well, hold on. Cats can
No,
be
cats are
nice.
fine as long as they're like not in your house.
He likes wild cats.
Yeah, wild
Uh,
cats are fine.
I feel like, for one thing, having a kid made my wife like about 1,000 times more serious.
Yep.
She's like, I would say the percent of the time that she's mad went from like a solid like 7 to 10 to like 80. She's like 80% mad.
Do you think that's a cultural thing?
No, I think it's a children.
I mean,
I feel the same. Like for myself, I agree with you because I feel like my wife did the same thing, but I think that also happened to me.
yeah, same.
Like I was watching like before my wife
just a
gave
happy go
birth.
lucky.
Yeah. Well, it was like, I don't know if you've ever seen this show, This Is Us, but it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, they have these like triplets and the dad is just like this, like,
superhero dad.
yeah, he's like the super, I mean, he has his flaws obviously,
Sure.
but the kids like, you know, fantasize about, you know, trying to live up to him. And I was like, that's the dad I want to be. That's the dad I'm going to be. And here I am. Now I'm fucking Samuel L. Jackson, you know, just like,
Put your motherfucking shoes
Yeah.
on your motherfucking feet.
and I'm like, this is not the dad I wanted to be, but fuck, man, these kids.
You
are-
drove me to this.
Yeah.
I hear you. I think we all get a little bit more stressed out. You think our next chapter, you know, as the kids start to mature and
Judging by my in-laws and my parents, yeah, I think it's gonna be not too bad.
So
I guess they're boomers though, so they have more money than we have.
I have a 4-year-old. I periodically, sometimes I say things that she does that are funny, and sometimes I complain about her on the internet. Never my name, but there was another person who I'm sort of friends with online who's like, don't worry, when they're teenagers they'll sleep more than you and they make their own food.
Yeah, that's the thing, is the sleeping, dude. Don't fucking wake up at 5:30 in the morning and come in my bedroom and stare over my body while I'm sleeping and breathing heavily. Like, it's like, what are you doing?
dude, my son has been sleepwalking and pissing everywhere.
Holy shit.
No.
I don't know what to do. It's like we make him go to the bathroom before bed. It's not like it's just weird, man.
That's so interesting.
And like I'll catch him every once in a while, and he's super quiet. But I'm a pretty light sleeper.
Until you get hit in the eye. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Yeah.
This is a story I need to hear more about.
No, I mean, like, and I want to stand up and like reenact it, but obviously that's not possible. But like he's just like wandering around the hallway at night. I'm like, all right, bud, this way. And he's, okay. and you like have him go sit down on the toilet.
So he's like somewhat
You might
responsive.
want to have that get looked at. I have a brother that had that problem.
What do you do?
You might want him to see like a therapist or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can go more into it outside of the podcast, but
No, I mean,
yeah.
that sounds like an interesting thing to talk about on a
Yeah.
podcast. I mean, not to get into personal details about your brother. Or
Yeah, I
like-
mean, I have lots of brothers, like 20 of them. So, I don't know if there was some abuse that went on in my family, like whether it was like tertiary outside of the immediate family. I mean, I know that directly there was definitely a lot of like major turmoil, I obviously don't know what goes on behind the scenes at your house, but when I was growing up, there was a lot of bullshit. There was a lot of screaming and yelling and fighting and we did see a lot of physical violence too. I never had any physical violence to me, like legit. I don't know about him. And then there's also speculation of, God forbid somebody being molested or something like that, and they say that, and this is not like, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a fucking, whatever. So don't quote me on this, but like, I think they say like when he's still pretty young, but like once they get older, if they're doing shit like that, there's probably some type of abuse that has happened or some type of like mental thing that's going on. And to, I don't know, like have that kind of like looked into. It could be nothing. It could just be like a phase that he's going through or whatever.
Yeah.
But usually it's some form of like trauma, especially if he's like been potty trained,
Yeah.
and
It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like it's coming out of nowhere. Like he's
if it's like random and it's like a one-off thing or a couple things.
it's
here
just
and
been
there,
a
but,
couple
like,
times
yeah.
over the last week or so, and it's just been weird.
Yeah.
I mean,
But my brother used to do it all the time for years until he started to get like older.
interesting.
And he would, do the same thing you're talking about. He would get up and he would walk around and you try and wake him up and he wouldn't wake up and he'd be walking through the hallway and would like lift up like a runner rug or something, the rugs in the hallway. And like, we're like, what are you doing? And he's like holding the corner of it. He's like, I'm going pee. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So, and he would it was all the time. So, and he went down a bad path as an adult and he's still there. So
Definitely talk to my son. I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to say what traumatizes a kid, right? Because
Absolutely.
I can
Yeah.
yell at my son. I don't really feel like I'm yelling that bad. It's not like I'm cursing at him. I'm just like, hey,
I
time to
don't
go to
think it's
school.
those kind of I'm thinking like a trauma, like a real trauma, like we all have trauma
yeah.
to some extent. Like even people with the quote unquote best lives have some form of trauma.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he is a very sensitive soul. He's a very sensitive dude. So maybe there's something that he's just been oversensitized to. I'll try to talk to him about it.
I mean, again, not a therapist, not a
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it could
yeah, yeah.
absolutely be nothing. I mean, I actually thought I almost pissed myself in the middle of the night the other night. I had a dream. I had to pee. Like I had a dream that I was peeing. It was like a night. I was having all these weird nightmares that like actually weren't scary, but like they're like a mental fuck kind of like. So it was like,
pee dreams are the worst.
yeah, I had to pee so bad in my dream. And then like I did in the dream and like my underwear was just like full of pee, but it was like a balloon. You know what I mean? Like it like didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And then I woke up and I was like, oh fuck, I like really got to pee. And I was
Yeah, that's
thinking,
what your dream was trying to tell you.
I know. And I was thinking, wow, if I was younger, I probably would have pissed the bed.
It's weird how you can piss in a dream these days and not actually pee in real life.
Right.
It's very.
I'm
Frustrating.
I am glad I'm out of that chapter.
I'm trying to pee so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This conversation got me thinking about.
It's kind of weird way, man.
I'm not sure if I've ever sleepwalked, but I used to have a dream. And I'm not like there's like a 50% chance the last part of the dream was sleepwalking or not, and I have no idea. So my bedroom was at the back of the house. The garage is at the front of the house, right? And I had this recurring nightmare. It was a very weird nightmare. I was like 5 or 6 years old, and I was on the moon in the craters under the craters.
Were
of
you
the moon.
astral projecting?
I don't know. I think I was really there, and I was being chased by the witch and Frankenstein's monster.
Which witch?
A witch.
Just a witch.
Yeah, I say the witch.
Yeah, you did say the
Slip
witch.
of the tongue. Freudian witch.
It was a reoccurring dream, so it was the witch.
The witch. A witch your classic green, warty, pointy hat
All right.
witch.
So the Wizard of Oz
like
witch.
like a Halloween Wizard of Oz witch. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Exactly. I never saw either of them. I just knew they were chasing me. One of those dreams. And eventually, I would be chased long enough that I was able to find my way to a door, and the door would open. I would open the door, and it would be the same door that led from my garage into my house. And the house would be dark. It's 2 a.m, 3 a.m, whatever. I would go through the house as everything's normal, and I would go and lie down on my bed. And every time, as soon as I lay down in my bed, I would wake up from the dream. And so the question is, was I actually walking through the house during those dreams? Or was I just dreaming about walking through the house at night?
Or there was a movie or a TV show that got canceled that shouldn't have. I think I brought it up before.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
No, what's Malfoy's dad's name in Harry Potter?
Lucius.
Lucius,
Ooh.
the actor that plays Lucius. It was him, but not with
Lucius.
blonde white hair.
Lame.
Yeah, and
The Patriot.
I think I mentioned this before, but basically the show was he's driving in a car with his wife and his kid,
It's a very
and he
simple
gets into a car accident,
Okay.
and their kid dies.
Oh.
And then like they're grieving over their kid or whatever, and then at some point he goes to bed and he wakes up and his kid's there. He's like, what the fuck? Like, his kid's alive, but his wife's dead. And so like every time he goes to bed,
Oh,
he's
you have talked about
traveling
that.
before these like parallel universes where one of them his wife is dead and one of them his kid is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I forget what it was called.
Mind fuck of a show
Yeah,
right there.
it was a really cool show, but like it became this thing where like he eventually was like not depressed anymore
Because he got to see both
because
of
he
them.
got to see his kid, but then his wife like was getting upset because it's like, why do you not care? Do you not care about our kid? And he's just like, yeah. It was a good show. I don't know why it got canceled, but maybe that's what's happening.
Which universe was I in?
You were in the witch universe last night or during the nighttime.
So you were in the P universe?
yeah.
This is actually very similar to the plot of the story I'm writing right now.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's about astral projecting, which is not why I brought it up, but it is relevant.
I got you on the astral projection train, huh?
Yeah.
Because I told you I can do it.
No, I've been working on this book. Can you really?
We talked about this. Yeah.
You said you.
I think I can. I think I can.
All right, Dorothy.
Wrong character.
Thomas.
That's in the other universe.
Thomas the
yeah.
Tank Engine.
yeah.
What? How was Thomas the Tank Engine?
It's not Thomas. It's the little train that could or whatever.
The little
Oh,
steam engine.
The little engine that could.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that Thomas?
No,
That's a
it's a different
crossover.
one. Yeah.
They did a crossover.
That engine's a female. I think I can.
What?
I think I can. Yeah.
You just like my kid. She always makes all the characters girls.
Well, that's how we're supposed to do it these days.
Like I'll see a dog and I'll be like, oh, he's cute. And my daughter's like, that's a girl.
I call all dogs girls.
Same.
Yeah.
Even my
Not
dog.
Until
all dogs,
proven-
but like, yeah, until
Until
proven
proven
otherwise.
otherwise.
Usually it's pretty obvious though.
All dogs are girls.
So, what would you say was your favorite chapter of your life?
My wife is gonna kill me.
Obviously, right now.
It's weird because so Jeremy said he's pretty negative, and I feel like I'm relatively negative too. It's weird because a lot of my chapters in life have been filled with some form of difficulty and a lot of like struggle. But at the same time, I feel like some of that struggle is what made those chapters beautiful. Right? Like you watch a movie, you don't watch a movie for some guy to like win every second of the movie, right? And then it's not
Yeah,
interesting.
that's why you don't want to live in a fucking movie.
Yeah. Sometimes the struggling, and this is what people kind of forget, and then they just sit there and they wallow in their depression, is like sometimes it's not about the destination, it is about the path, right? Like it's about the adventure
Yeah, but this
to
path
get
is
there.
fucking boring.
Journey before destination. bitches.
Well, you think it's boring in the moment, right? But or frustrating or whatever, and then it's gone. And then years from then you look back at it and you're like, man, I miss those days when whatever, the good
All
old
right.
days.
Time for me to complain.
Okay.
There are like definitely moments that I'm grateful for during this present chapter.
Okay.
They occur before 8 a.m. At lunchtime, in evening times, on Saturdays after 2 p.m., on Sundays, or on your rare 3-day weekend.
Sure.
Right? So I feel like the proportion of my life I am ungrateful for, except for financially, outweighs the proportion of my life that I spend doing things that mean anything to me or that I care about. And
Yes.
the problem is, from my perspective, the reason I decided to turn the page onto whatever the next chapter is not only am I frustrated like 70% of the time, but I don't feel like it's leading anywhere, in the sense that I'm not accumulating wealth. I am not on any like foreseeable path to like more free time. I'm not like paying for some house, right? Like the current path I'm on, like there's no like trajectory, right? It's just it feels stable, which is, you know, for some people like stability is very comfortable. Like you want to be stable, sure. But when I think about the life I would like to have, it involves like more time to do things that I find meaningful. And I've grown like over the past, like I would think year or so, like really less interested in stuff and like even like accumulation of stuff. I just want to have like a financial base so I don't have to worry about money, and like a home so I don't have to worry about being homeless. And then I just want to optimize for time. Like, and I know we've talked about this before, and I have other friends who are of a similar mind who think like, you know, you think you want this freedom, but it's not going to get you what you want. But
I didn't say that.
yeah, that was Mark. Mark. And to be fair, like Corey from the Boat, one of my favorite Substack follows, the guy who lives on the boat, like he was talking about the concept of freedom, right? Because he's been on the boat for 3 months now, and he like posts about it.
It gets old.
But he's very happy.
I can't do a boat for longer than 2 days.
So here's the thing, like you get tired of everything, right?
Sure.
But the question is like, is the juice worth the squeeze? And they were talking about freedom, and it's like freedom from what?
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's true. Like and one of the things I stress about is like, if I have more free time, am I going to end up in a place where I have been, where I have free time, but no motivation, right? I'm just like, I have never experienced more like mental anguish than during summer vacation in high school or college. Like, college was better because I was very consumed with video games and TV, and my sleep schedule just went absolutely fully to shit. I was waking up at 4 p.m. and going to bed at 6 a.m. But like to me, like I want to feel like I'm like building something, you know? And I want to have like more experiences. Like I want to go like travel more. So like if we're in Japan, like we could probably travel by rail fairly cheaply and just go like see shit. And I mean, it'll, you know, everything gets old, but like I want to be more physical, right? I like want to get out into nature more.
Yeah.
Like I spend roughly 10 hours a day staring at a screen.
Yeah.
And that's not including my phone.
Right.
Right. So, and 2 hours a day in traffic. So like for me, the balance just doesn't make sense.
No, I get what you're saying. And again, like I said, I can't like disagree with you on like why I can't actually be mad at you about like why you're leaving or whatever. I do have I still stick on that sentiment, the kind of what we had with Jim in a few episodes ago.
Old Jim.
Yep. Where I feel like we're not really meant to be satisfied. You know, you think like whoever your buddy Mark said or whatever,
Mark,
you think you're going to be satisfied once you get X, Y, and Z, but then you're going to want, you know, A, B, and C over there.
Yeah.
So it's more of in my opinion, yes, I do think there's certain things that should maybe be met, like having some type of financial base, having a home sure is a nice thing. But outside of that, like it's really a mental space that you put yourself in that is going to determine how you feel about anything in general.
I don't know. I feel like right now, I feel like I have so little room for like mental health. Like, because I spend 8 hours a day like doing like computer work, like that's not like remotely relevant to any of my interests.
Sure, but does that mean you need to move to Japan?
apparently.
You know, it's like, okay, get a different job. Or you
So
know,
okay, I'll explain the logic behind Japan, right? So we're in Southern California and I work in LA. Okay. If I were to move to a place where I could afford a home, first of all, I can't afford a home right now because of interest rates. Like even a home that like on paper was like in my price range, I couldn't pay the monthly payment. I could probably afford like a $400,000 home, which does not exist, right? And
not even a $400,000 condo exists.
No.
yeah,
and that's with
yeah,
help.
condos are like 800 grand or something like that.
You
It's
can
just
maybe
fucking
find a
stupid.
mobile home,
Yeah.
but then you got to pay for
The land lease.
Land leases.
Yeah, it's all a scam. It's all a racket. The closest home I could probably afford would be in like Big Bear. And I could afford a home in Big Bear. But my boss would probably never go for me to work from Big Bear.
Oh, but Japan's okay.
Ironically, I think so.
Why?
Why don't you just tell them that you're moving to Japan and buy a house in Big Bear?
Why is it light outside?
Yeah,
I would have to get like a
cover the windows
blackout
like this. Yeah.
blackout shed.
I think that's pretty easy.
That would be
They're called
hilarious.
blackout curtains.
All right, there's an alternate universe where this is happening. Okay,
I'll come visit you every weekend in Big Bear.
so realistically, okay, and Big Bear is not a place where most people would want to live because it's very far for like amenities. Although I will say I went to Big Bear and I fucking loved it. My wife would not agree to live there.
I go there every year.
Yeah. Realistically, like in order to live in a city with a hospital within, driving distance and a grocery store within driving distance and all the stuff you need to have like a functional 21st century life, I would have to move. Like the closest I could probably go is probably somewhere in Nevada.
They have a grocery store and a hospital in Big Bear.
It's Nevada.
Nevada.
Okay. I don't know if they have. I actually don't know if they have a hospital, but yeah, Bakersfield.
Oh, God. See, exactly.
Yeah.
These are my options. Right.
If anybody's listening that's not from California, Bakersfield is referred to as the armpit of California.
It's up and coming.
The one thing you can't change is the weather.
Yeah.
I mean, you can,
hot.
but it's
Hot
not going to get
and
any
dry.
It's going to get worse,
and
not better.
dusty
Yeah.
and lots of drug addicts.
Well, just think of the when they found Tyrese in the first Fast and the Furious.
oh my God. How long ago was that made? 40 years ago?
I think he was in Barstow, but it's basically the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. He was in Bakersfield or Barstow. Like the only landmark there is a giant fucking thermometer.
Oh, that's on the way to Vegas.
Yeah, that's
That's a different direction.
Is it?
Yeah.
I
it's
think
not
there's-
either one of those.
No.
It might be Barstow. It might
No,
be
no,
Barstow.
no. That's oh my God, that's a super shitty town. I know where that is too. It's on the way to Mammoth.
No, it's on the way to Vegas.
Sorry, Vegas. Yeah.
Now I'll Google.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna find out right now.
That's a cool thermometer though.
Prove me right.
It's a giant thermometer. And it is hot. It's very
Yeah.
hot.
It never goes below.
But
80.
anyways, is that where you're gonna move?
No. I would, if I had to choose between living there and being dead, I would have a hard time choosing.
Let me tell you what, they got alien jerky out there.
In Baker, California.
Is it Baker?
God damn
you
it.
got
Baker.
Bakersfield or Baker? Which one are you gonna choose?
They tricked me.
Dude, there's nothing in Baker. Don't go to Baker.
Uh,
There's
I-
that one Greek restaurant and a bunch of gas
There's
stations.
a Taco Bell.
Sure.
Okay.
They're nice. They're really nice at that Taco Bell. If
Are
you guys
they?
are listening, I tipped her. Actually, I tipped at a drive-through at Taco Bell one time because she was so nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
That must have been real nice. She must have been pretty.
I gave her like $20.
Whoa.
Yeah,
She was a
That's
real
that's a nice tip for a taco.
dude, the fucking chick lives in Baker,
Yeah.
and she
You're
was
just
like,
like, I'm sorry.
yeah,
You just
she was
paid
she
for
was
her
like,
meth for the weekend.
dude, no, she was not a like she was didn't look like a meth head, and she was like really good at her job, and she was like super nice at the drive-through. And I'm like, you know what? You are like an outstanding employee compared to like a normal drive-through person. I feel like you should be appreciated.
She
Yeah.
probably thought you were like a secret shopper.
I got yelled at a Jack in the Box the other day.
Did you?
Yeah. I can't hear you. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, that's why Jack in the Box sucks. It's the worst.
Hey,
Hey, how dare you?
I like
$1
Jack in the Box.
tacos, or at least they used to be
No,
20
they're
years
not.
ago.
They're like $2 now.
Oh, inflation.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to Jack in the Box for tacos.
That my
Oh, the value
stepdad
tacos
always
are
used to.
pretty
They're greasy, shitty
It's
fucking.
fucking weird.
Yeah.
I was a ciabatta guy.
Ciabatta. Oh, like yeah.
The ciabatta burger. That was like my high school go-to.
I
I
don't
get
really
the,
eat fast food. I like In and Out.
There's a reason
Yeah,
that my
In-N-Out.
reference is
Yeah.
from high school.
I know, it's great. Oh my God, I was in In-N-Out the other day. It's not something to laugh at. This poor old lady had
Jamie laughs at her.
she was in a wheelchair. She had some
fuck.
facial disfigurations, and I was like on my phone, like over by the catch-up station, like on my phone.
Were
and
you
she's
reaching out
like,
to friends to see if anybody would hang out with you?
no.
Hey,
I
wanna
was
come
probably
laugh?
just
Do you want to come laugh
browsing.
at this old lady with facial disfiguration?
She's like, put your camera away. I'm like,
Oh wait, she's the one that yelled at you.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
She's
she
like, put your camera away.
probably-
I'm like,
well-
I'm not filming. You guys always lie. I'm like,
oh well, dude,
and
that's
I-
actually really sad.
It was
because
really sad.
she's
Like, I immediately
obviously-
put my phone away, and I was like, "Can I help you with it?" And she's like, "No, just leave me alone." I'm like, okay. And
She's
it's
had a
just-
hard life.
Yeah, she's obviously had that happen. That's fucked up.
I
Put
felt
your
bad.
camera away, didn't you?
I did, man. I put it in my pocket, and I just took my order and I left.
You took the video first, so yeah.
No, no, I did not.
He deleted it out of guilt.
Yeah.
Didn't even
Oh my
cross my
God.
mind.
So in order to have a good life,
Okay.
I would either have to leave. I would have to live so far away from here
Yeah, 17 hours
by plane
Oh.
or car.
Yeah.
So
or 12 hours. How long's the
Japan-
flight?
or Colorado. The flight is.
No, that's where the shooting was today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They get a lot of them,
Well, probably a lot of guns in Colorado.
I guess.
Is 12 hours one way and 11 hours the other way,
Got it.
depending on the
The
rotation. of the Earth.
tailwinds.
Yeah,
I don't think it's the rotation of the Earth. I think it's the
rotation.
tailwind.
I've done it many times.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
If you fly,
Is that a thing?
the Earth is rotating.
I mean,
East to
I guess it
west.
could make a sense. Yeah, sure.
I feel like I need to contact my pilot. Can I phone a friend?
It couldn't make
I
a
have a pilot
sense.
buddy.
It could make a sense. I mean, there's definitely the wind factor, but the rotation of the Earth would also have an impact on the wind.
No, it's consistently.
Do we have a
different time.
consistent, other than like storms and hurricanes and stuff? Do we have a
Gulf
consistent
Stream?
like cycle of wind, like the direction that it goes?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, so that would make sense. The tailwind one way and a headwind the other way. I don't think it's the rotation of the Earth, bro. I don't
All
think,
right. Well,
I mean,
the comment section will prove you wrong.
yeah, well,
Come on, guys. Somebody comment, please.
yeah, no doubt. Comment. Drive
yeah.
drive the algorithm. Do it. I dare you.
Daniel
Just
doesn't
trying.
know.
I'm
He
trying to
doesn't
think
know.
physically, right? Like you're no longer on the surface of the Earth. The Earth's
Uh-huh.
rotating, but you're basically flung at the velocity, and the air is also moving at the same velocity. So there's no drag on yourself, like other than the wind speed. So I don't think it's anything other than the wind speed, buddy.
Yeah. Hey,
have
you know
ever-
what though? The Earth is flat, so I guess it doesn't really compute.
Well, it's spinning horizontally
Yeah. Oh, okay.
like a CD.
Got it. But like a square CD. Oh, it's a round.
Yeah,
I like
all
how
those
I say
square
stu-
CDs.
I like how I say stupid shit all the time, and literally halfway through that I'm saying it, I like recognize that I'm saying stupid shit, and I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna complete my sentence.
My favorite CDs back when you'd always be burning CDs were the CDs that look
When
like
you-
records.
when you
You
would
guys
be-
remember those?
Yeah,
They were like black.
but like actual CDs? Are you talking about like the little?
No, I'm talking about CD-ROMs. Like you'd put it in your PC, burn a disc.
I wasn't
I
that
never,
cool.
I never had a one that looked like
Yeah.
a record.
Oh wait, yeah, I did actually, and you can get them colored too.
Yeah, they're different. Like, and the inside, like it was black, but on the center was different colors.
Mm.
It was just like a gimmick. It's
45.
not like
Was it 45? Is that what the smaller records were called?
sure. I don't
It's
fucking.
also
Yeah.
a gun name.
I find it entertaining that records are still like sold and people.
Oh.
I've actually thought about getting a record player because I always used to be so against the like, oh, digital's like shittier sounding than analog and records and this and that. I do actually, I can't tell if it's like the recordings or just the bands or whatever, but I thought about getting a record player to like kind of hear it back to back with like a modern album.
You definitely have the ear for it.
Don't do it. Listen before you do it. Okay, you can do whatever you want, but before you do it, listen to Ben Jordan's episode on Don't Buy Fucking Records. He's a literal musician. He's basically you, but with ADHD. Do you have ADHD?
I have AD.
Okay.
I don't know.
Attention deficit?
Yeah.
What is the H?
Hyper.
Oh, there you go.
I think it's hyper, right?
Fuck if I know.
Yeah.
Wow, we've been saying this acronym for years. We don't even know what it means.
ADHD,
Attention deficit,
hyper disorder.
hyperactive
Yeah.
disorder.
Hyperactive. Yeah.
So you just have an attention deficit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I feel like our entire country has an attention deficit right now, man.
You don't get shit done.
Yeah.
You just
I definitely have AD.
This week, I listened to a video he did on vinyl records and why you basically shouldn't buy them. That there is an act, like people talk about, like they have like a better like range of sound or whatever. This is like categorically false.
I don't think it's that they have a better range of sound.
Well, it's false.
Okay.
So as I said,
I think it's because like
or like they have a warmer sound.
they have a warmer sound.
You are a literal audio technician. You could create that on your computer with any
No,
digital
you can't.
recording.
Yes, I get it. And I do that. There's emulators that are like,
See?
saturation emulators, and like there's even like vinyl plugins that you can put on to like emulate vinyl.
Like,
Yeah, but it's not. It's I just there's something about older music, especially like listening to that Django Reinhardt song that we listened to.
so just Google old music.
I know, but old music, I can hear it on my, like compared to modern music on my regular monitors, but I would like to and that's also a file, right? Like it's I'm listening to it on a wave or an MP3 file or whatever I'm listening to. I'd like to hear it on vinyl. I'd like to listen to a record that I know like front and back, like Third Eye Blind. Like
You're in luck because Target has got
I know. They do.
vinyl record players and vinyl now.
Yeah. Also, it's just kind of like fun, right? Like we think about all this shit. Like we have all this stuff on our computer. We have these pictures saved or whatever. You're never going to fucking look at those digital pictures.
Never,
You're
ever.
never.
I
So-
think at one point I will try to do a like every picture is, a 10th of a second and just run through my entire life in a video.
I mean,
and see
that's
how
kind
long
of
it
cool.
lasts.
We try and do something where we put it on a screensaver on our TV. So when people come over, we'll put it up and it goes through it. But what my wife does, which I like way better, is every year she takes a summary of like the best pictures and she'll make a scrapbook
My wife does it too.
every year.
The reason you shouldn't get vinyls is not because they sound better or worse. It's because they're literally toxic.
Oh, well, that makes more sense.
So he, as I said, he has, as far as I can tell, very extreme ADHD because he goes to crazy lengths for his like random, like, I wonder, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like on a 3-month journey
Yeah.
and spending thousands of dollars.
Who is this?
Ben Jordan.
Okay. Ben Jordan again.
Yeah,
We're just
it's the
all
same
on Ben
guy.
Jordan. Okay.
Yeah, he keeps coming up. And I fucking hope I didn't get his name wrong.
He's going to Google it.
Yeah.
It's just
Jordan
in,
Ben.
Just in case.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he did this whole experiment. He bought like a laser particulate like monitor that that they use for like clean rooms and
Oh, so as the record's going around, it's showing like particulate matter scratching off of it.
No. So all he had to do is like turn it on in the room with the records. He was like filing through them and it was like beep, 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 beep. Like this room is not safe to be in, basically. Like
Yeah, but I mean, also, like, I wonder how many people were dying from cancer when they were listening to records as opposed to like now. Like, well, what about my desk right there that has a bunch of like lacquer on it, or these fucking panels on the wall that has a bunch of fiberglass in them, and the paint on the walls, and our clothes that are like artificially dyed, and the food that has,
Everything's trying to kill
what
us.
are we gonna do? Toothpaste causes cancer.
I'm not staying in this room anymore.
There's a placard outside that this room can cause
Yeah,
cancer.
every fucking building you walk into in California.
Prop 67 or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
65. Get a California license.
I hope I don't have a cancer chapter in my life. That's for sure. Fuck, man.
I hope it's a late chapter.
I hope it's not a chapter at all. I want to pass peacefully in my sleep at 175.
Damn, that's pretty late, man.
You're getting greedy there.
Did you hear that there was a hot? So you saw like
Oh, God.
you saw the fucking Putin and what's his face from China and all of the
Kim
India
Jong.
guy. Yeah,
Xi Jinping.
there was like a hot mic on and they were talking about immortality.
I heard about this in passing, but I didn't make anything of it. What did
They
they
were
say?
essentially just talking about how like technology is like within. I don't know the exact time frame, but I think within our lifetime, people are going to live to like a minimum of 150 years, and that
There's no way.
They were talking about organ transplants allowing for
Got it.
extended life. So
There's no way those guys aren't getting assassinated at some point. I'm sorry. Maybe
They've been
maybe
around
Xi.
for a while.
Xi's pretty old. Putin's very careful. I feel like Kim, he's not making it out.
I think we've had enough of those for today.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's
I'm not.
something I
I'm
wanna
not.
entertain.
I'm not like trying to summon it. I'm just like, just calling it as I see it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, with the way the world's going, I don't know what to expect anymore.
Dude, the prime minister. I think I've talked about this before, but the prime minister of Japan, who was like prime minister the entire time I lived there, got assassinated like right after I left.
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah. And like Japan has like no guns, like none. So this guy like built one out of like steel pipe in his garage.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what they talk about, right? With like getting rid of them here is like, well, people are just going to 3D print them. Like,
Yeah, but I mean, how many people can 3D print guns? How many people like? You still got to buy a 3D printer. Like a 3D printer,
but it's
like,
not illegal to buy a
Dude,
3D printer.
3D printers are so cheap and
Yeah.
easy to get to now.
really.
Like the new 3D printer I bought like a couple weeks ago is so much easier to use than my old one.
Also, people don't do that. Don't fucking do that. Like, spend your time being a good human.
Yeah,
you
just
want to make a fucking difference?
Love one another, man.
3D print plastic hearts that'll end up in landfill.
I was gonna
Yeah,
3D print like a freshly said thing, but fuck, who knows now?
we are at a fork in our. It's like one of those Goosebump books, right? Like
Go
that
on.
was a choose your own adventure ones.
Oh yeah.
You know, when you come to the fork in the chapter and you're like, where's it going to go? You don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. That's where we're at right now with Freshly Said.
So I will tell you because I told him yesterday. Not yesterday, Monday. I have a friend who's in Japan. He's a video guy, and he wants to do a podcast. And in order to do that podcast, like he's been bugging me about it. He wants to set up a studio where we could just sit down and go, which means in Japan, I would have a studio where I could just sit down and go, presumably.
Yeah.
So if there's a will,
There's a slap.
Keep
Oh, I
my
thought we were
wife's
I said-
name out of your mouth.
I think that's his. Oh, I get it now. Will is his name.
Yeah.
Keep his name out of your mouth. No, but so I got big plans. Do you know what Akiya is?
Nope.
I told him. Akiya is Aki means empty and Ya means house. It's empty house. Japan is full of Akiya, right? They're very cheap. They are run down. They might have mold, but they can be renovated.
You should bring a bunch of vinyl records in there and like level it out.
Just kill myself. Just kill myself slowly. I am very allergic to mold, so that would not be fun.
There's a bunch right behind you.
Yeah, that explains a lot.
You're fine.
My nose is kind of stuffy. I don't know if anyone noticed. I feel like if I'm making enough money where I'm like saving money, I would absolutely buy one in like the countryside and turn it into like a fucking artist retreat or like a fucking music studio, like
Or a podcast
a
studio.
podcast studio. I said music, but I meant podcast. I can't play any musical instruments and I can't sing. But it's like a place where like other people can come or have guest rooms. I'm not going to Airbnb it because I don't want to deal with that. And I also, I have
Are
like
Airbnbs even allowed in Japan?
but I have personally like a sort of like I would say I'm like principled to the point of self-sabotage. I don't use Amazon unless it's really, really convenient. So I'm not that
Which is like
principled.
always.
No, I probably use Amazon like twice a year. It's usually
Okay.
Christmas. It's like fuck. It's like the 23rd and I didn't buy anything.
And birthdays.
I don't celebrate birthdays.
Oh, okay.
Dude, my wife.
That's why your wife wants
wanted
to
me
move back.
to write her like a card for our anniversary. It was like her one request. I bought the card.
You didn't write her a card, and that's the only thing she wanted.
Yeah.
Oh
Bro,
my god!
come on, man. Just put some effort into your
I know.
freaking marriage, man.
Hey
Oh.
man, I'm winning the bread.
So what?
I'm going back to Japan.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
gives me some points.
Are you trying to live in that? Is that the mentality out there?
Just don't try.
Yeah.
No, I'm just busy, bad, and tired.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
I am too. I made my wife a fucking movie.
Yeah, I know. It's all look bad. My wife could definitely not see that.
And got her a gift.
See?
And went to dinner. No, wait, no, we didn't. go to
That's a
dinner.
lot of ands.
She actually scheduled her own. She scheduled a weekend away. She scheduled a lunch. She was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna book this trip for a weekend, and I'm gonna book this lunch thing." I was like, "Okay, so like, you can't be mad at me if I don't fucking do anything because
It's already booked.
you're doing it all." But
Yeah.
I then that made it harder, and I was like, "Okay, I got to do something." So I had to get creative and made the little video with the. I made a video with my kids where I interviewed my kids and had
Spoiler
them
warning.
answer questions about her and stuff. And
Oh, she's already seen it, right? Because the
Yeah.
birthday's in the past.
Yeah,
Did
she
she
saw it.
enjoy it?
Yeah.
Nice.
The year before that, I took that Peaches song from Mario Brothers
Oh,
with
yeah.
Bowser. Peaches, peaches, yeah, that song, and I had my kids sing it, but substituted it for different lyrics, like with about mom.
Not the
Mommy,
presents.
Yeah,
mommy,
exactly. What's that?
not the Presidents of the United States of America song.
Which one's that? Oh, Peaches. Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about that band.
Oh,
1990s.
yeah.
Yeah.
They come in a can.
Yeah, put there by man.
And
Nobody listening right now knows that song. Actually, maybe. I actually think our demographic is about our age.
Yeah, right.
So,
All right, guys, if you haven't heard the Presidents of the United States of America, you need to go listen to them right now.
listen to it now. Listen to some 90s music to make your day better.
Yeah, man. 90s music. Dude, the Backstreet Boys were on the radio today.
It's funny because in high school, that was a chapter of my life where I was like, oh, fuck, I don't
For
listen
most
to-
people, it
I
is.
won't listen to boy bands. Fuck that. And now I'm just like, they were super talented. They were super talented. I don't know what the fuck like you guys
Yeah.
are thinking. They could sing.
Still don't really want to listen to it, but
Sure, but you have to appreciate their talent.
Yep.
Yeah.
for sure.
And
Actually-
back then I couldn't even do that.
Backstreet Boys was the first CD I owned.
Really?
Yeah.
First CD I ever owned was the soundtrack for Godzilla.
Nice.
That is
It was
so-
always a soundtrack.
So on brand.
I think
don't
mine
know
was
why.
I had two. One was the soundtrack for Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
I have not seen that movie.
Oh my gosh. Gotta go see that.
Yeah.
I think from what I remember, I think I like Bill and Ted's Bogus Adventure better. I think it was
Okay.
that the second one. And then it was that, and then like Michael Jackson. I don't remember what album, but one of their albums. But the first one that I bought on my own was 16 Stone by Bush.
I had Bush
is great.
Glycerine.
Yeah. Yep. hmm
Glycerine
Yep.
on my my iPod.
They were actually one of the bands that inspired me to play guitar. Bush and
Oh.
Tom Petty.
Nice.
Yeah. Which is funny because like neither of them are impressive like guitar
Guitarists.
work or whatever, but like I just liked there's something about the vibe of it, you know?
Yeah, they're rock stars.
Yeah.
I was in daycare. I was like 10 years old. A girl brought in a Backstreet Boys CD, probably I assume with like a Walkman or something. I was like, wow, this is like crazy technology. You just listen to music. And I went home that like my mom picked me up that day. I was like, Mom, I'm gonna get a Backstreet Boys CD. Like, you know, just like brainwashed by like another child.
Okay.
And so that began my love of the Backstreet Boys. I also, one of my favorite CDs as a child was the Space Ghost Coast to Coast Musical Barbecue.
I have no clue what the fuck that is. Oh,
Neither do
Space
I.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Like Cartoon Network Space Ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Wow.
I listened to that CD going to sleep every night for like 5 to 7 years. And I would love for you to go on YouTube and listen to that CD and imagine me falling asleep to that shit because
I used to fall asleep to random shit like Rush. I think I had like a mixtape or something of like
Rush.
because it was like my dad was an 80s rocker. It was like that, but then like my stepdad liked like 80s hip hop. And so like I had like random 80s hip hop songs and Rush. And then like I forget the name of this band, but they were like a Motown band. It was like boogum, boogum, boogum.
Oh, yeah, I
boogum,
know that song.
boogum now. Yeah, I used to love that song.
Yeah, I don't know who sings that song.
My brother and I had shared a room growing up we had this radio with, detachable speakers and stuff. But I just remember like listening to the radio and like a song came on I like, I'd run up there and like click record on the cassette and like you'd record that song on the cassette tape. He also had like a 2-disc album for Smashing Pumpkins, which my parents didn't really know about, but what a great album.
I don't know how I feel about Smashing Pumpkins. I'm like, I appreciate them musically, but I used to pretend to like them because my friend was obsessed with them and I wanted to be like cool, you know? But I never could really get into them. There's certain bands like that, like, and these days I'll admit it, like Foo Fighters. I immensely respect the Foo Fighters, like talent and songwriting abilities, but I never want to.
I can jam out to the Foo Fighters.
Yeah. Randomly on the opposite end of the spectrum, bands that like I knew people would make fun of, but I was just like, I don't fucking care. Like these guys are really fucking good. Is Hanson. Do you remember that band?
I mean, I only know one song.
So they had MMMBop, dude, but check it out. They were all brothers, right? And then they grew up and they just kept performing with each other. And when you're brothers, you have a similar kind of like tonality in your voice. So when you do harmonies, like there's nobody other than yourself, there's nobody like perfect to do harmonies with other than your siblings. And these guys, they were like so fucking solid. I saw them live. They were just one of the best bands I've ever seen live. But like when they did that MMMBop song, the drummer kid was like 10.
Yeah.
And they wrote that song themselves.
Well, they did say MMMBop.
Yeah, well, whatever. It was catchy as fuck, dude.
Oh, actually, my daughter calls me Bop.
Yeah.
Like,
does she pause for a minute and go, Bop?
She does it. It sounds more like Bop.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Bop. Like, she like, when she's, talking like normally, Bop, Bop, Bop this, Bop that. So like, I often think of the MMMBop song.
Nice.
Yeah. And I've played a few times for her.
My kid called me by my name today. He does that sometimes to just like get a rise out of me.
You're trying to get punched right
now.
No,
he did. He said something. He's like, he would pull out a Lego character and he's like, this looks like Aaron. And I was like, who the fuck is Aaron? I don't know who that is. I was like, you call me dad, sir.
Dude, this was like a month and a half ago or something like that. But my kid was singing. She was like, Jeremy. I was like, oh, and she's like, Jeremy Bush. Because it was like after we
different Jeremy. That's yeah.
Because it was after we got to one of the parties and she like remembered his name. I was like, what the? That's the wrong. It's literally me. And he really doesn't go by that name.
Yeah. I never wanted my kids to call me daddy because I felt it just feels creepy. And then I don't know what happened, but like our daughter just randomly started calling me daddy. And just, I don't know if because like our nanny said it one time, like, oh, go to daddy, or the teacher maybe or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And she just calls me daddy. And it's like, I don't know why. And I know this is like, people will get me for this or whatever, but it's like, for some reason, it doesn't bother me when she's
a girl.
But if my boys were to say it, I'd be like, don't fucking call me daddy. You call me dad. You call me dad or you call me boss.
Sir.
Yeah, sir.
My daughter will call me daddy, but she does it. It's like, it's a weird little like Southern accent on it sometimes. Like,
really?
Daddy, come over here.
That's weird.
I love you, Daddy.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let's move on to the final chapter of this episode.
Which is?
I don't know.
What's our next chapter going to be?
Well,
obviously yours is Japan.
I've answered that question. Yeah.
I think logically speaking, excluding external events shaping a chapter, right? I think the next logical chapter will come when the kids are either in their teenage years and like having to deal with that, or the kids move out. And I mean, that's obviously going to be a chapter when you're back
teenager
to being
years is going to be a thing for sure.
Yeah. But that's like their chapter. I'm kind of living through. I mean, it's weird, right? The lines are murky, but
yeah.
I think one of the interesting things about life in general is you never know what the next chapter is going to be.
Absolutely.
And it could literally be anything.
Yeah. This could be my last chapter.
This could be your last
Dude,
chapter.
That is a dark truth that I honestly affects a lot of my decision making. Like, I think about death, not tons, but like enough where like every time I hear like about some young person dying, like Charlie Kirk today, like I was thinking like as I was like getting in my car, going back to work from lunch, like, fuck, you know what? I bet he didn't expect to die today.
Oh my God. Yeah. The way he was just sitting there and just,
right.
Looks like he was pumped up to answer the question, which ironically, the last question that he was being
Was
asked
it about guns?
was about guns.
Yeah.
It
They
was
probably
like-
timed that.
Oh, probably. Yeah, it was literally about like gun violence, and he was like gonna make some snarky comment about, oh, you mean just gun violence or gun violence between gang to gang? And then
Oh, but I mean, I feel like, you could look at it two ways, right? Like obviously death is bad, but I feel like the best way to look at it is like a motivator to like, if you're not in a place where you want to be, then fucking, turn the page, like find out how, and you're not always going to be right? Like you don't know what's going to make you happy. I think you try as many things as it takes until you get to where you want to be.
yeah, I think that's part of the key too, right? Like we were talking about, I keep quoting the quote that you quoted, this too shall pass or whatever. That is true, but also it's not necessarily true if you just sit on your ass and do nothing
Yeah.
about it, right? Like you have to make an effort to like get through that. You got to read the chapter, right? You got to write the chapter. Otherwise, you're just going to be stuck on that same page and it's not going to pass. So you got to do something, whether it's, pushing yourself forward into something that you enjoy or pushing yourself away from something that you don't like about your life. But I don't know. I honestly think that maybe the best way to look at it as is kind of what you said, is to live every day like it is your last chapter, because you never know.
Outside of financial. Yeah. It's kind of hard to
Well,
live that.
outside of
Plan for the
financial.
future.
Yeah.
But
Plan for the future, but appreciate the day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a guy who I follow who's like, I found him randomly. He like runs his own little farm. He's got like a handful of people working on it. It looks so nice. It's not like a farm like you would imagine. I think there's no like red barn or anything like that. There's no little windmill. It's not like a corn farm. It's like he's got his house, and like he's got a big old pen with like 20 chickens, and he's got over here, he's got, these vegetables, and it's like a very, very serious garden, more like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like he took gardening to like right up to the point where it's like, this is a farm. Yeah.
A mini farm.
So it's like, I feel like this guy's like self-sufficient. Like, I mean, he could get protein from eggs. He's got all his fruits and vegetables, like, and he's got enough to like sell. Like he posted a video the other day of like, we planted like 20 kilos of garlic, and now we have 500 kilos of garlic.
That's really
And all you have to do to plant garlic is throw it in the dirt.
Yeah.
Like literally you just throw it in the ground.
makes
And then
sense.
you just like pile some dirt over it. Like, so, and like, I don't know. It was his like atmosphere is like very wild. Like he's surrounded by like foresty trees. It's very wet, very green looking area, like maybe Oregon or something like that. I don't know. And the entire like construction of the farm is very like hand built. Like he's got handmade fences and handmade tables, and it just feels like he's like out there doing it,
Honestly, the older I get, that's I think I want.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and I know it's something that I've always kind of enjoyed and I've done a little bit of. But I think I could actually do it. I don't need to be on some, like you said, some major farm, but just like some mini self-sustaining thing, where like, yeah, maybe you could sustain your family off of like your 5 acres of land that you have.
Yeah.
I think for a family of 3 or 4, you need like 5 acres. But I think a lot of us have just kind of gotten out of touch with the real world. And
Well, I mean, land is so inaccessible, like
Yeah.
anywhere near where we live. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, not really. I mean, sure. Yes. I guess it's hyper expensive or whatever, but there's places around, here where there's people on multiple acres of land.
Yeah.
But-
for me, it would take a very radical, you've seen Fight Club, right?
Yes.
The scene where he goes to the gas station or the liquor store or whatever, and he goes out and like threatens to kill that guy.
No.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. So he's out behind the gas station. He like puts a gun to the guy's head,
Oh yeah.
Right.
And he says, change your life or something.
change his life.
Yeah.
And he's basically like, the lesson is supposed to be like the next day of your life is going to
Gonna be
be.
the best day of your life.
Yeah.
and yeah.
I feel like it would, at most points in my life, it would take like that level of experience to get me on a farm,
Right.
right? But I think it would be a good change.
Yeah. I think if I didn't have kids right now and a wife where her like parents were around, I would just go do that now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then you get caught up in life, you get responsibilities, and then you can't really make that change.
I mean, it's all work, right? Like I guess for me, like I just don't find most like desk work fulfilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, in spite of being like an aspiring writer, like I enjoy writing. I couldn't do it for 8 hours a day,
Yeah.
and it doesn't pay the bills. So at least right now,
But even then, you could have a garden. You can go have a
Exactly.
little
Yeah.
yeah,
chair and a cup of tea and sit in your garden. And,
yeah.
that sounds great, actually.
One of the things I really have been trying to like convince my wife to do is like live somewhere far enough from the city that it would be like nature outside and dark,
Yeah.
so I could just go outside and like look at the sky.
Yeah.
Oh,
you could do that out here.
I could do
No,
it
you
out
can't do that
here.
here.
I know you can't anywhere in Southern California.
Yeah,
You can't not. Hey, you could do that in Big Bear.
or Joshua Tree.
Barely.
Yeah.
Barely. Even Big Bro's got too much
Yeah.
light pollution.
Yeah, Joshua Tree was great. That was like crazy. Like oh fuck, this is out there like every day.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, dude, I've seen some crazy stuff where I was like out on somebody's property. They had, a handful of maybe like 10, 20 acres. And it was like my friend's uncle, and we went and camped out. We literally slept in lawn chairs and we were staring up at the sky, and you could see like the nebula and the arms of the Milky Way and every satellite passing by. And it was just, I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, man. Imagine what people were looking at back in the day when there was no light pollution.
yeah,
Even what we see in Joshua Tree and on that property probably pales in comparison.
I feel like the stuff that matters to me now is it's like a connection to nature, a connection to like the universe, like a connection, like more time with family. Like
Yeah. Same.
that's what I want to optimize for.
I wonder if this is a localized emotion or if this is starting to become more of like a
Worldwide.
national or worldwide thing.
I think like my experience talking to people online, and it's a sort of self-selecting sample, but a lot of people feel this way. Like
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah,
frustrated
we're
with the
pushing
way
into
things
more
are.
technology. We're pushing into more AI, more robots,
Yeah.
more fucking driverless vehicles, more.
We should have a once a year mandatory dark night where everybody just celebrates the celestial.
I would be so
would be
down for
cool.
that if
Yeah.
it could actually happen.
Like just shut off the national grid. I mean, it would suck for everybody's refrigerators, but
Yeah.
maybe for just like 2 hours. Like
Dude, we fumigated our bedroom, and like apparently there's a risk of an explosion
When
if
you fumigate.
yeah, with like the
Yeah.
can, because it's just like a gas.
mm,
And so we just turned off the breakers to make sure there's nothing
Huh.
yeah.
and it was like 5 to like 8 p.m. or like 9 p.m. and it was a very interesting experience.
Wait, hold on. You
Yeah.
stayed in your apartment while you were fumigating it?
So we were fumigating the bedroom,
Okay.
and there's a door, and we were in the living room.
I'm pretty sure you're supposed to leave.
Yeah. What's a little bug poison gonna do?
And
No.
we're worried about vinyl records.
I
over
know.
here.
So what we did is we blocked off that door with like tape
Okay.
and plastic bags because
Yeah.
we had nowhere to go.
Sure.
You
And
could
it-
have come here.
It's true. Next time. Yeah. Next time we decide to poison ourselves, we'll think better.
But you'll be
It
in
might not be
Japan
next
next
time.
time
This will be a long
because of all
flight.
the mold.
You can't poison mold.
I know. That
Just
fucking
gotta
shit
fucking
just
take
keeps
that
on coming
You gotta
back.
dig it out, man.
You could light it on fire.
Is that a thing?
No, don't do that.
Okay, I was gonna
Just
say-
just makes it airborne.
Is that true?
I have no idea, man. I'm not a mold expert.
I actually did have mold around my shower, and I was able to kill it. I tried killing it so many times because it was in the grout,
It's like a cockroach.
right? The way I killed it, in case you have mold around your shower, I did take out the grout.
Yeah.
I used the heat gun, which I had for embossing, which I never did. I bought it in college. So it's like a hair dryer on steroids.
Yeah.
So it's like a hair dryer, but it gets up to like 200 degrees. So it would like absolutely burn you if
Yeah.
you.
You could probably burn your house down doing
I have
that.
one.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
was in a tile
Got it.
Sh-
Apparently, there's some paint from Home Depot where you can just kind of paint over the mold and it kills it.
Oh,
Like the
lovely.
kills.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
I know. Yeah.
20 years from now, there's like a class
It's
action
just under
lawsuit.
there.
Yeah. I feel like I end up doing about every 2 years or so. I'll go through and take out all the caulking around my
Really?
shower and re-caulk
Hmm.
because
You're being very careful the way you say caulk.
caulk.
I could hear the L.
Caulk. Yeah.
He doesn't want me to get any sound bites on him. I'll just snip out that L.
Cock.
All right, guys. Well, I think we should call it a night tonight. But I guess for those of you out there with that chapter that
Yeah.
you're thinking about the next one,
Choose a good one.
make it a good one.
Yeah.
Appreciate
And the one that
chapter.
you're in, appreciate that one.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Unless it
Give
sucks.
thanks.
In which
No
case,
matter
you-
how
yeah.
shitty things are, find the things to give thanks for, and it'll make you happier.
Yeah. And if it's really, really, really shitty, find those little things, but then also push your way out of it into the next one.
Sure.
Until the next time. That's
That's freshly said.
Oh, yeah. The name of the show.
good night, guys.
Good night.
Night.